All right, guys, I'm in the Sackcrete booth, and I'm with David Siles. Nice to meet you, David. You know, I want to just tell you, I was walking the floor here, and something caught my eye from way over there. You know, I'm like, way over there, and I saw this easel, and I saw this stuff, and I'm like, you know what, something is pulling me over here to you. And I was like looking, and the closer I got, the more excited I got, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I started looking, and sure enough, we have ourselves here a full-blown bona fide artist that makes just some incredible work. I actually went on this guy's website last night, and I was like, oh, dude, this is intense. And there's just tons of people that are going to really, really, really dig this. And he's using concrete, and the techniques are I'm really excited to be able to introduce David to you. And he's also working on something here later on today. But tell me a little bit about what this is called. Have you called this something, this kind of artwork, or what is this?
Okay, it's actually a built-up relief sculpture.
Okay.
And I add it with layers, draw it up first, and it is a really hard stucco mix.
A hard stucco mix.
Right, and I use Sackcrete's products.
Great.
And I found that this is for exteriors. I can put it outside and it'll last forever.
Excellent.
It's just like...
so interior or exterior, doesn't matter. It's good.
It doesn't matter.
That's fantastic. And what kind of businesses have you done this for? Or just homeowners?
ASU, Appalachian State, in Boone. Two walls in their solarium. If you go on the ASU site and under solarium,
okay.
See some pictures.
Cool. And do you paint them?
No.
It just stays with its natural... so what gives the color? Just a different mortar?
No. It's actually all the same mortar. And I found that when I take a trowel and I press it down hard and go over it several times... Tear it or retemper it? Oh, packing it. Okay. Yeah, it packs it. Retempering it? Yeah, and that causes it to be lighter in color. And then when I go back and do the trunk of the tree... push it down a little bit, but not quite so hard. I see. And then with the leaves or the pine needles in this I just take it with a trowel. It's a mason trowel. Go across the lines like that, and it stays dark. And you know what? You know, compacting it and the various pressures that are applied to trowel makes perfect sense because you're either exposing the aggregate, or you're covering it up with the cream. Right. And you get all those colorations in one product. Yeah, and then on this particular stucco mix, the aggregate's sand, but you can use other things if you wanted to, stone, hard stone, but I just stay with the bag. Sure. It comes right out of the bag at Home Depot. Yeah. That's where they carry their products. And I've been really happy with it. Yeah, that is so cool. Well, go ahead. On this one, did all this yesterday in about an hour and a half. An hour and a half of work here. And the rocks, you can see that they're still quite dark gray. Yeah, a lot of moisture. There's a lot of moisture coming out. And maybe about 3 days, it'll be about the color of in here, kind of light gray. Okay. Now today what I'm going to do is there's mountain laurels that go in here. It's vegetation in the foreground. And then a little bit as you go back. And then up above here, I'm going to put the leaves of this tree that's way in the foreground and put those in. And when I use the trowel, it's just one on the end, just one edge of it. Put it on, just one stroke, and the leaf is done. Well, I'll tell you, I personally am excited to see a course come out of you. I can't wait to see... and pay you to see what it is that you do and how you do it. Because, I mean, I go back through my thoughts of all the different clients that I've had. If I would have been able to offer them or had the knowledge to offer them something, I mean, it's just yet another revenue of income that can be created, in all the other tricks that I have in my book. And there are hundreds, thousands of us like that who... I think would definitely
be very, very interested in understanding your technique, your methodology, your process to laying out, how you construct your artwork, the composition of it. You're probably an expert, in this field, and of course, an expert just means that you've made more mistakes than anybody else. So I'm an expert myself. I can say that easily. So I'm super excited about sitting at your feet and learning something incredible. This is amazing stuff. I can see tons and tons of potential, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are willing to support you, and that is exciting stuff, David.
Interesting you say that, because a lot of times when I'm at the trade shows, I hear this question a lot, and that is, do you have training classes for this, or is there someplace where we could go to learn how to do it?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Vertical Artisans is going to be there for you to put you on the map. That is my personal goal.
Sounds great.
And we've got a lot of great guys. We've got a warm community. We're very open. I would love to. In fact, I'm going to try to fly you out to a big event and hire you as the instructing artist on one of our big events, and just
sounds great.
Hold the class. That would be phenomenal. Awesome. Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
And looking forward to the future with you.
And welcome to Asheville.
Thank you. Awesome.